We often find ourselves overwhelmed because we struggle to say no, fearing we might disappoint others or seem unkind. But learning to say no is essential for maintaining healthy boundaries and protecting our own well-being. When we always say yes, we risk burnout and resentment. In this video, we'll explore practical strategies to say no without feeling guilty, so you can prioritize your needs while still being respectful and considerate. Let's start by understanding why saying no is not only okay, but sometimes necessary for a balanced life. Guilt is a powerful emotion that often keeps us from saying no. We worry about letting others down or being judged. This guilt can stem from childhood experiences, cultural expectations, or simply wanting to be liked. Recognizing that guilt is a natural response, not a sign that you're doing something wrong, is the first step. By understanding where your guilt comes from, you can begin to challenge it and make choices that are right for you, not just for others. Boundaries are the invisible lines that define what we are comfortable with and how we allow others to treat us. Setting boundaries is not about being selfish, it's about self-respect and mutual understanding. When you set clear boundaries, you communicate your needs and limits, which helps others know how to interact with you. Healthy boundaries lead to healthier relationships and a stronger sense of self. Let's look at how to identify and communicate your boundaries effectively. Before you can say no confidently, you need to know your own limits. Take time to reflect on what you can realistically handle, both emotionally and physically. Are you already stretched thin? Do you need time for yourself or your family? Being honest about your capacity helps you make decisions that are sustainable. Remember, it's better to say no up front than to overcommit and let others down later. When someone asks you for something, you don't have to respond immediately. Taking a moment to pause gives you time to consider your own needs and priorities. You can say, "Let me think about it," or "Can I get back to you?" This simple pause can relieve pressure and help you make a thoughtful decision rather than agreeing out of habit or guilt. Saying no doesn't have to be complicated. Sometimes a simple and direct response is best. You can say, "I'm sorry, I can't," or "No thank you." There's no need to over-explain or make excuses. Being clear and concise shows respect for both yourself and the other person. Practice these phrases so they come naturally when you need them. When you say no, using I statements can make your response feel less confrontational. For example, "I don't have the capacity right now," or "I need to focus on my own priorities." This approach centers your feelings and needs rather than blaming or rejecting the other person. It helps maintain respect and understanding in the conversation. If you want to help but can't say yes to a request, consider offering an alternative. For example, "I can't help today, but I'm available next week." Or, "I can't do that, but I can suggest someone else." This shows you care while still honoring your own boundaries. It's a way to be supportive without overextending yourself. Like any skill, saying no gets easier with practice. Start with small situations, like declining a social invitation or turning down extra work. Over time, you'll become more comfortable and confident. Remember, it's normal to feel awkward at first, but each time you say no, you reinforce your boundaries and build self-respect. Sometimes people may not accept your no right away. They might try to persuade you or express disappointment. Stay firm and repeat your response if needed. You can say, "I understand this is important to you, but I really can't." Remember, you are not responsible for managing other people's emotions. Your job is to be honest and respectful. Some people may use guilt or manipulation to get you to say yes. They might say things like, "If you really cared, you'd help me." Recognize these tactics and remind yourself that your worth is not tied to always saying yes. Stay calm, repeat your boundaries, and avoid getting drawn into arguments or justifications. Taking care of yourself is not selfish. It's necessary. When you say no to things that drain you, you make space for activities and relationships that nourish you. Prioritizing self-care allows you to show up as your best self for others, too. Remember, you can't pour from an empty cup. It's possible to say no with empathy. Acknowledge the other person's feelings and needs, even as you decline their request. For example, "I know this is important to you, and I wish I could help." This approach maintains connection and respect while still honoring your own boundaries. Perfectionism can make it hard to say no because we want to please everyone and do everything right. But striving for perfection is exhausting and unrealistic. Accept that you can't meet everyone's expectations, and that's okay. Letting go of perfectionism frees you to make choices that are right for you. Work environments can be especially challenging when it comes to saying no. You might worry about disappointing your boss or colleagues. However, setting boundaries at work is crucial for your productivity and mental health. Be clear about your workload and communicate your limits professionally. For example, "I'm at capacity right now, but I can help next week." Family can be one of the hardest places to say no. because of deep-rooted expectations and obligations. Remember, you have the right to set boundaries with family members, too. It's okay to say no to requests that don't align with your values or capacity. Open, honest communication is key to maintaining healthy family relationships. Friendships thrive on mutual respect and understanding. If a friend asks for something you can't give, it's okay to say no. True friends will respect your honesty and boundaries. If someone reacts negatively, it may be a sign that the relationship needs to be reevaluated. Healthy friendships allow space for both yes and no. Social situations can make it tough to say no, especially when everyone else is saying yes. Remember, you don't have to go along with the crowd. Trust your instincts and make choices that are right for you. It's okay to stand out and prioritize your own needs, even if it feels uncomfortable at first. Culture plays a big role in how we view saying no. In some cultures, saying no is seen as disrespectful or rude. It's important to recognize these influences and decide what feels right for you. You can still honor your culture while setting boundaries that protect your well-being. Finding a balance is key. Sometimes, the hardest person to say no to is yourself. You might want to do everything or please everyone. Practice self-discipline by recognizing your limits and reminding yourself that it's okay to rest and recharge. Saying no to yourself can be an act of self-love and self-care. Fear of missing out, or FOMO, can make it hard to say no. You might worry about missing opportunities or being left out, but remember, every yes is also a no to something else. Prioritize what truly matters to you and let go of the fear that you're missing out on something better. Confidence grows each time you honor your boundaries. Remind yourself of your right to say no and trust your decisions. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small. Over time, you'll find that saying no becomes a natural and empowering part of your life. Practicing real-life scenarios can help you prepare for moments when you need to say no. Try role-playing with a friend or in front of a mirror. Imagine different situations and practice your responses. This rehearsal can make you feel more prepared and less anxious when the time comes. Your body language can reinforce your words. Maintain eye contact, stand tall, and use a calm, steady voice. Nonverbal cues like shaking your head or holding up your hand can signal your decision clearly. Consistent body language helps others understand and respect your boundaries. It's normal to feel guilty after saying no, especially if you're not used to it. Remind yourself why you made your decision and focus on the benefits of honoring your boundaries. Over time, the guilt will fade and you'll feel more comfortable standing up for yourself. Instead of seeing saying no as a negative act, reframe it as a positive step towards self-care and authenticity. Each time you say no, you're choosing what's best for you. This mindset shift can reduce guilt and increase your confidence in making decisions. Every time you say no, you learn more about yourself and your needs. Reflect on your experiences and notice what works well and what feels uncomfortable. Use these insights to improve your communication and boundary setting skills in the future. When someone else says no to you, respect their boundaries just as you want yours to be respected. Supporting others in their choices creates a culture of mutual respect and understanding. This makes it easier for everyone to communicate honestly and without guilt. If you find it extremely difficult to say no, or if guilt and anxiety are overwhelming, consider seeking support from a counselor or therapist. Professional help can provide you with tools and strategies to build confidence and set healthy boundaries. Every step you take toward saying no without guilt is worth celebrating. Acknowledge your growth and the positive changes in your life. Small victories add up over time, leading to greater self-confidence and healthier relationships. Share your experiences and strategies with friends, family, or colleagues who also struggle to say no. By modeling healthy boundaries, you inspire others to do the same. Together, you can create a supportive environment where everyone feels empowered to speak up for themselves. Sometimes, you might regret saying no, especially if it leads to missed opportunities or strained relationships. It's important to accept that no decision is perfect. Learn from the experience and remember that your well-being comes first. Regret is a normal part of growth and learning. Regular self-reflection helps you stay connected to your values and needs. Take time to check in with yourself and assess whether your boundaries are being respected. Adjust as needed, and don't be afraid to make changes that support your growth and happiness. Online requests and invitations can be just as challenging as in-person ones. It's okay to decline digital invitations or ignore messages that don't serve your well-being. Set boundaries around your online time and interactions, and don't feel pressured to respond to everything. Assertiveness is the ability to express your needs and opinions confidently and respectfully. Being assertive helps you say no without aggression or apology. Practice assertive communication by stating your needs clearly and standing by your decisions. People-pleasing is a common habit that makes it hard to say no. You might fear rejection or want to avoid conflict. Recognize that you can't make everyone happy, and that's okay. Focus on your own needs and values, and practice saying no even when it feels uncomfortable. Others may have expectations of you that don't align with your own priorities. It's important to communicate your limits clearly and not take responsibility for others' disappointment. Managing expectations helps prevent misunderstandings and resentment. Saying no allows you to focus on what truly matters to you. It frees up time and energy for your passions, relationships, and self-care. Over time, you'll notice improved well-being, stronger relationships, and greater satisfaction in life. People may react in different ways when you say no. Some may be understanding, while others may be upset. Stay calm and remember that their reaction is not your responsibility. You can't control how others feel, but you can control your own actions and responses. Boundaries aren't just for one-time situations. They're an ongoing part of healthy relationships. Review your boundaries regularly and adjust them as your needs change. Communicate openly and consistently to ensure your boundaries are respected over time. You can decline a request while expressing gratitude. For example, "Thank you for thinking of me, but I can't help this time." This approach shows appreciation and keeps the relationship positive even as you maintain your boundaries. Be kind to yourself as you learn to say no. Self-compassion means accepting your imperfections and treating yourself with understanding. Remind yourself that you're doing your best and that it's okay to put your needs first sometimes. Sometimes you'll need to repeat your no or remind others of your boundaries. Stay consistent and calm, even if you feel pressured. The more you reinforce your boundaries, the more others will learn to respect them. Saying no allows you to live more authentically. When you honor your true feelings and needs, you build a life that reflects who you really are. Embrace your authenticity and trust that the right people will respect and appreciate you for it. Learning to say no without guilt is a journey, not a destination. It takes time, practice, and self-compassion. Remember, you have the right to set boundaries and prioritize your well-being. By saying no when you need to, you create space for a more balanced, fulfilling, and authentic life. Thank you for joining us on this journey to guilt-free refusal.